Well, guys, if you remember the 2020 presidential debate between Donald Trump and Joe Biden, Donald Trump says something has to be done about Antifa. And what did Joe Biden say? Joe Biden said that Antifa was an idea. It wasn't a real thing. You know, leftists are actually saying that, even though we've actually seen the destruction of Antifa out there in the Northwest. It is real. These are real people that actually wear black masks that are terrorists. That's who they are. They are actually terrorists. They are domestic terrorists, folks. They hate the police. They want anarchy. They want communism. They don't want you to have any freedoms whatsoever. I believe that Antifa is the most dangerous thing in this country right now. I truly, truly do believe that. Now, get up this morning, I found out about this Atlanta quote-unquote cop city, and I do believe that is what the anti-police have actually called this police training facility. They're actually building it in Atlanta, and from what I actually understand, there's been other demonstrations over there. People have been protesting it because the people on the left, they hate the police. They don't want you to be safe. They hate the police that much. And these are the same people that are actually pro-criminal. They love criminals, but they don't want you to be safe at the same time. They don't want the police to protect you. This is a major problem here in this country, folks. And what makes this really, really disturbing right here is, of course, you know, this actually happened in Atlanta, but this seemed to be an international operation. Now, this wasn't people from the Atlanta or Georgia area. It was people outside of Georgia and Atlanta. But guys, there's people from Europe that actually came over here and bombed this facility. That is very, very disturbing right here. It ain't just domestic terrorism. It's international terrorism at the same time. Let's look at this, guys. Atlanta Cop City Anarchy sees at least 35 agitators detained, part of an international group. And I believe this is nothing more than another set of Antifa right here, because they actually said these people got out and they started wearing black masks. Yeah, where have you seen that before? Antifa riots. Look at this. Suspects from France, Canada, and out of Georgia, among others, arrested in significant escalation at Atlanta's police and fire training facility. France and Canada. They came over here to destroy this country. Let's read this, guys. At least 35 people have been detained after demonstrators allegedly set fire to the construction site of an Atlanta public safety training facility anti-police and environment activists dubbed Cop City. A group of agitators, that's in quotes, left the nearby South River Music Festival around 5:30 p.m. and descended on the construction site of the proposed Atlanta Public Safety Training Center, quote, to conduct a coordinated attack on construction equipment and police officers. Yes, the police were actually attacked here. The Atlanta Police Department said in a statement. Authorities noted how the group changed into black clothing and allegedly began to throw commercial-grade fireworks, Molotov cocktails, large rocks, and bricks at police officers. You know what, guys? The police, they should have took out their guns and started shooting. They were attacked. Molotov cocktails, man, that can blow you up right there. So I believe that the police had the authority to actually pull out their guns and start shooting. Though demonstrations at the 85-acre property in DeKalb County secured for a $90 million police and fire training facility have been ongoing, Atlanta Chief of Police Darren Schlitterbaum said Sunday's incident marked a significant escalation both in the level of violence and the number of individuals involved in the attack. Quote, This wasn't about a public safety training center. This was about anarchy, and this was about an attempt to destabilize. And we are addressing that quickly, Schlitterbaum told reporters. Quote, actions such as this will not be tolerated. You attack law enforcement officers, you damage equipment, you are breaking the law. This was a very violent attack that occurred this evening. The FBI and Georgia Bureau of Investigation have joined the probe, he said. Quote, some of these arrested yesterday, now this is disturbing here, were from Massachusetts and New York and France and Canada. So this was a national network, an international group of people that are organized to come to our state to undermine a public safety training center, Georgia Attorney General Chris Carr said in an appearance on Fox News Monday morning. And I'm willing to bet probably that there's some very, very rich person behind this. I don't know for certain. I'm not going to say any names, but you guys probably can actually guess who I'm thinking of, but I don't know for sure. Atlanta police said at least 35 people had been detained as of Sunday night. Carr said all but 2 were from out of state and 23 individuals were charged with domestic terrorism. So all but 2. So there was actually 2 people from Georgia. Yeah, these people are definitely being funded by some powerful individual out there. No doubt about it. Schlitterbaum said Sunday night, law enforcement were consulting with both DeKalb County prosecutors and the Georgia Attorney General's office. They should actually throw the book at these people. I mean, 35 people, these people should be getting like 40, 50 years in prison for this. They really, really should. These are terrorists right here. Now, let's just keep going on. Quote, I can tell you by just looking at the initial reports, we continue to see a number of individuals not from Atlanta, Georgia, that are present tonight undertaking criminal activities to destabilize the construction of a police fire and training center, Schlitterbaum said Sunday night. Quote, this is not a protest, the chief added. I made a clear distinction of what a protest looks like. When it is a legitimate protest, you have the full protection of the Atlanta Police Department. This was not a protest. This is criminal activity and charges that will be brought forth and will show that. Look at this, guys. Look at that. This was definitely a terrorist attack. And guess what? Your mainstream media, they're not even covering this. I went over to MSNBC, nothing. CNN, nothing. The mainstream media doesn't want to actually talk about this. This should actually be on the front page. You know what was actually on the front page of MSNBC? It was Donald Trump. Donald Trump. That's who they actually had on the front page. Before Sunday, at least 19 people had been arrested and charged with domestic terrorism since December in connection to demonstrations at the Cop City site. 6 of the 19 arrests came out of a violent riot in downtown Atlanta on January 21st. That was sparked by the deadly shooting of 26-year-old environmental activist Emmanuel Escobar Paz Terán by Georgia State Patrol. State Patrol had responded to the construction site to clear out demonstrators. Authorities said Terán, who reportedly went by the name Tortuguita and identified as non-binary, shot a trooper in the abdomen before law enforcement officials returned fire and killed Terán. Yeah, and these people actually wanted to go out there and attack the police when this guy attacked the police first. It's very, very disturbing, guys. I mean, America needs to wake up to the dangers of the far left. Because if you don't wake up, if you don't actually stop and change your voting habits, man, if you don't go out there and actually vote for officials that believe in law and order, you're going to end up in this communist state, which I believe a lot of the left actually wants. They want communism. They hate the police. They want this country to turn into some Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome kind of thing. And nobody wants that. At least I don't want it. Do you want it? I mean, this is dangerous, guys. This is really, really dangerous. This is really, really scary right here that this is happening when quite a few of these people weren't even from the state. And in some cases, they were from out of the country, Canada and France. Who is behind this operation? I mean, we need to find out because they're definitely getting funded by some people. This is definitely organized. No doubt about that. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and White Network fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.